Alright, so we're back with my second Cringe deck. I really like this one. So, especially if you're a fan of the OG Yu-Gi-Oh anime, how OP Exodia was, or at least was supposed to be. I have a deck here that gets Exodia out on turn 1. So again, without your opponent actually being able to play. So on the right there, you see the deck list. You do have to use the Grandpa's Card skill with OG Yugimoto, not B-Sob Yugimoto, in order for this to work. And you have to have Treasure Panda in your starting hand. You need a Treasure Panda in your starting hand, and then some way to get a magic card into the graveyard. And either Wonder Wand or White Elephant's Gift after that. So that's the key to making this deck work. You need Treasure Panda on the field, spell card in your graveyard, and then a way to draw. Alright? So we'll get into that and why as we hop into this play. So I'll show you how the deck works. This is an example of me in the Legend Rank pool. We're both Legend Rank 1 here. I figured I'd whip this deck out. But I do feel a little bad for this guy, because not only am I going first, but this was his rank up, and he was on a 4-game win streak. So poor guy, grit and everything. So notice here we have everything we need. We don't actually need this left leg piece in our hand just yet. Obviously we will. But the main 3 pieces of the puzzle we needed Treasure Panda, some spell card that can immediately go in the graveyard, and a way to draw. Right? The reason for that is Treasure Panda's effect: banish up to 3 spells and traps from your graveyard face down. Special summon 1 normal monster from your deck whose level equals the number of cards banished to activate this effect. Guess what? 4 out of the 5 pieces of Exodia are normal monsters with 1 star. So if we just have 1 spell card in our deck, we can immediately get a Exodia piece out of the deck and right onto the field, right? And then White Elephant's Gift, send 1 face-up non-effect monster, basically a normal monster, to the graveyard to draw 2. So the idea is Treasure Panda to get a card out, or to get a Exodia piece out, White Elephant's Gift, that Exodia piece into the graveyard, and then draw 2. So you might be wondering, well, I thought you needed Exodia in your hand, which you're exactly right. We do need Exodia in our hand. So when we get there, I'll explain how it works getting the Exodia pieces out of the graveyard into your hand. Again, we're going to do this all in one. So I set White Elephant's Gift because I don't want to reload it. I want to use it. So I go ahead and use it, and if you notice, when I drew 2, or when I reloaded into another White Elephant's Gift. So the first White Elephant's Gift got me a Wonder Wand and basically, so this Justicia. The only reason why this guy matters is because he's a dragon type monster, and he's a normal. Well, actually, the main thing that matters is the dragon. So we banished that first White Elephant's Gift we used because Treasure Panda's effect, it's not a once per turn effect. You can use it as many times as you want, or as many times as you have spell cards to banish and normal monsters to bring out. So we just do it again, and it's like, oh geez, well that's another Exodia piece of the graveyard. Well, my friend, like I said. So, we drew 2 more cards, one of which is into the void. Activate only if you have 3 or more cards in your hand, which I had exactly 3 other cards. Draw 1 card. During the end phase of this turn, discard all cards in your hand. So, I'm playing this, which means I either need to win, or that's it. It's GG, because I have to discard everything. And Treasure Panda with 1100 attack is not going to do the job. But the other card we drew is Dark Factory of Mass Production. And if you look at that, it has the exact effect when you target 2 normal monsters in your graveyard, add those targets to your hand. So, we're in business. So, we'll go ahead and let this play out. So, into the void, I was able to draw another Justicia. I have no idea how to say that. But we don't have a White Elephant's Gift with which to draw with, so we'll have to use the Wonder Woman. So now you might be wondering, well, you just sent your 3rd piece to the graveyard, and this only works on 2. Well, that's why I pressed on 22. So now we've got another Wonder Wand, which is exactly what we need. So we'll get our 4th guy out, put him in, and look at this. I drew what I needed, but I still have draw power. So I don't actually need to play cards because I have everything I need. I need these 2. When I have these other 4 pieces of Exodia in my graveyard, all I need is 2 Dark Factories and then Exodia in my hand, and then my draw milling is done. But I figure, what the heck, may as well show off some draw power. And then I literally have no other plays, right? I don't have any more 1-stars in there. Justicia in a pinch, you can get rid of 2 spell cards to Treasure Panda out of Justicia, and you can't use Wonder Wand on it, but you can use Elephant's Gift on it. Yeah, normally you want to use cards of consequence like this. But, you know, whatever works, it's just draw fodder to get your 2 Dark Factories and your non-effect, or your effect monster piece of the graveyard. As opposed to the other pieces of the draw. Alright, so wrap it up. Give me the legs. I'll play the other Dark Factory with his hands. Sorry, it's in the wrong page. Obliterate! Cool. So there you have it, folks. Another turn 1 deck. And this one, you win before he actually gets to draw. So the last one I showed, he does have a turn and he has to choose to surrender pretty much. Well, I guess not pretty much, because then turn 3 I just attack. But that's the other video if you haven't seen it. I get rid of, it's another deck where I get rid of his entire hand. Yeah. So anyway, this was the Exodia deck. I have one more Cringe deck in which I win in turn 1 in yet another way. So the first way was no hands. Second way, turn 1 Exodia. Third way is going to be get their life points to 0 on turn 1 so they can draw the first way. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.